Obviously, guys, you already know how I feel about the Black Ops 7 reveal trailer, or teaser trailer. I thought it was the worst trailer that Call of Duty's ever produced, ever brought out. But there's no bearing on whether the game's going to be good or bad or great based on the trailer. The trailer alone, though, if a trailer, which a trailer is designed to up your excitement a couple of levels, it lowered my excitement for Black Ops 7. And of course, I'm going to be excited for any Call of Duty, guys, that comes out. I just thought that it was a terrible trailer, period. And so, that all being said, I'm still, of course, going to play Call of Duty. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. It's one of ANML's favorite. I mean, this is what the franchise that built ANML. And so, of course, we're excited about it, but I just didn't like the teaser trailer at all. Well, we've got some news, guys, and we were talking about the leak that came out about the release date. It's going to be at Gamescom, where they're going to have the full-blown reveal, multiplayer reveal, probably all of those things at Gamescom opening night live. It's going to be the first thing shown, so I'm excited about that. We'll be covering that head to toe. But here's this. Xbox backtracks on $80 games like Outer Worlds. Is Black Ops 7 next? Okay. This is coming to us from Paul Tassi over at Forbes. Perhaps a future where all big games are $80 is not so nigh after all. In a surprising move, Microsoft has just announced that it will reverse course and no longer price its fall selection of games at $80. We're focused on bringing players incredible worlds to explore, and we'll keep our full-priced holiday releases, including the Outer Worlds 2, at $70, in line with current market conditions. The Outer Worlds 2 pricing itself at $80 was eye-rolling at the time, as the series may be good, but it's a nascent franchise and not exactly Elder Scrolls or Fallout in terms of demanding such a premium. Obsidian also took the chance to announce the price cut in character in the Outer Worlds universe. Yeah, I mean, Outer Worlds 2 should not have been $80. I mean, there's no doubt about it in my mind, guys. Look, each game, though, that these different developers and publishers are bringing out, I think there's just going to be different games are going to have different prices based on popularity, based on the resource and development that's going into the games. So a great example would be Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza. You know, two different prices, and Nintendo based it around popularity and maybe what they had to focus more resource and development into. So it's going to cost them more to make the game, so they need to up the price so that they can make that money back. So even though the Outer Worlds is not going to be $80, I do think that Black Ops 7 will be. Now, here's the thing. What's notable here is that this is not just said to be Outer Worlds reducing its already announced price. Microsoft says our full-priced holiday release is plural, and you might know what the next generation or the next question is going to be. What about Call of Duty? Microsoft never announced a price for Call of Duty Black Ops 7 when it was revealed, nor have they opened up pre-orders. But it stands to reason that they would not make this statement about full-priced holiday releases and not include Black Ops in that selection. This is significant because it goes past the idea that it's just Outer Worlds so far smaller franchise getting this cut. But Call of Duty, one of the biggest properties in the world, and one that probably could demand an $80 price, but it seems Microsoft doesn't want to go there. I think that Microsoft will go there. Look, I mean, I'm not saying that it's a definite, but I feel like they are going to make Call of Duty $80. You know, if they're looking into the future, there's certain games that demand higher prices. And if you have Microsoft looking ahead to GTA 6, and more than likely GTA 6 is going to, maybe they'll reset the market, maybe they won't. Maybe it'll be $80. I kind of doubt it, but nonetheless, I think that they're looking at it like, okay, if we bring Call of Duty Black Ops 7 to Xbox Game Pass, you know, all you have to have is a Game Pass subscription. So for those of you who don't get Game Pass, it's going to be $80. It might get a lot more people to get Game Pass on Xbox. So I think there's a few ways that they'll be tactical about it. But They're just talking about the rest of 2025, and after that, it's anyone's guess. Yes, we've started to see more $80 games crop up, sparked by Mario Kart World going first, but it is not yet industry standard. This fall's Ghost of Yotei from PlayStation, for instance, a big launch for a pretty big franchise, remains $70. Microsoft has enough pricing problems as it is. They have recently jacked up prices of all its hardware to absurd levels, making Series S consoles cost more than PS5s, and Xbox Series X's cost more than PS5 Pros in some instances. But yet again, this is Microsoft waffling and seemingly to admit yet another mistake in a series of many mistakes and instances of backtracking we've seen from the brand. Now we wait for the Call of Duty announcement one way or another. So yeah, I mean, look, Xbox has been in some murky water right now, and look, if they decided to make it $70, that's awesome. I mean, I think that's great for, you know, just Call of Duty players and just the industry at large. But, you know, because I wonder, here's one of the things that if Call of Duty Black Ops 7, if they made it $80, which I think they will, what if Battlefield 6 comes out this year and it's $70? And, you know, a lot of people really like what Battlefield looks like from that reveal trailer. That reveal trailer should have been what Call of Duty was. Like, you know, obviously the destructible environments that Battlefield's known for, but that just looked like, I mean, yeah, it looked like a Battlefield trailer, but it looked like what a Call of Duty trailer is supposed to look like. But yet we got this Mass Effect, Halo, you know, Stranger Things type of psychological trailer, right, for Black Ops 7. And I mean, they're two totally different extremes, but if they make it $80 and Battlefield 6 comes out this year, now that GTA 6 isn't coming out this year, and Battlefield's like, you know what, we're going to take on Call of Duty, and they make it 70, that's going to be interesting. Really interesting, really quickly. But, I mean, look, at the end of the day, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. It is one of the biggest franchises of all time. I mean, if you take all of the Call of Duties, what they have sold, and you put them together, I mean, it's like the biggest game ever. You know what I mean? And so, or the biggest franchise ever. But do I think it'll be $80? I do, guys. But would I love it for consumers if it was 70? I would love it, man. I would love it. And I think that it would still, it's going to sell well either way, but I think they might sell even better if it's $70, you know, for PlayStation people and things of that nature. But nonetheless, guys, what do you think about this? Do you think Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will be $80? Do you think it'll be $70? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and let us know your thoughts.